What is up, you guys? Welcome to another day with Spencer here on my personal channel. Sorry for being MIA. I don't think I was as long as I was before, though, so hopefully I'm still within schedule. But this week we are doing our Q&A because I've been gone for so long, and I felt that we needed to reconnect. And you guys obviously thought so as well because I have gotten so many asks and so many questions. So I'm going to do my best to get through as many as I can. If not, I'm going to answer your question on whatever platform that you asked me on. Um, just so you know, don't mind the bird. Um, she likes to be loud. So that's what you hear in the background. So anyways, we're going to get on to it. So first I'm going to go with Tumblr. Um, First question I got is, hey, for your YouTube Q&A, how do you not be selfish about your transition when it comes to family and friends? So I am actually incredibly selfish about my transition when it comes to family and friends. Um, the only people I guess the only situations where I'm not selfish is when it's work friends or work, and I guess a little bit with family. Um, for me, how I'm interpreting this is when it comes to my pronouns and my transition, etc. And I do not allow anyone to call me any other pronouns at all. It's gotten to the point with family or old friends that I'm just like not gonna respond because I've been on testosterone and I've kind of like identified this way for over a year now. So there is no reason why you can't get it right. And that's just kind of how my attitude is. If you can't get it right, or if you continually come with me with some type of excuse, then I'm just not we're just done because I don't have the time for that. I've been through too much. I don't have the time for your excuses. Um, but like I said, the exceptions are work. So I spent 11 months just trying to get them to call me Spencer. I'm not gonna try to battle that whole gender neutral pronoun issue with them. So they call me by he him pronouns and they call me Spencer. So I just kind of compromise in that sense. Family, some of my family doesn't understand gender neutral pronouns, and that's fine. So I compromise in that sense. But for the most part, I'm just like, this is my pronouns. If we're gonna be cool, you're gonna respect it, and that's where it is. Question two I got is, I'm also a non-binary trans mass person, and I'm struggling to decide whether to take T. I want to remain visibly queer and not always be read as man, but I hate always being read as female. Can you describe how you decided T was right for you? So this one's kind of hard. I didn't know. I didn't know if T was going to be right for me. I guess kind of for me, I kind of just like, I looked at the fact of what would go back to normal, I guess, for lack of a better word, if I were to stop T. And I knew that voice wouldn't go back. So, but I always been dysphoric about my voice. So I was like, all right, that's fine. If I have a deeper voice, that's cool. I actually want one. And I knew that, downstairs growth wouldn't go back, but that never really bothered me. I didn't particularly want downstairs growth at all, but I like Googled like the length and it was, I guess I thought it was going to be something what it wasn't. And I was scared that it was going to be something like super, super different. And it wasn't, so I was fine with that. And then I knew if I started growing like a beard pattern or whatever, the hair on my face would slow, but the beard pattern would remain. So I'd possibly still get hair on my face, which was my biggest issue because I don't like hair. But here I am a year on T, or a year and 2 months on T, and I still don't have hair. I have a little bit. Nope, not a little bit. Yeah, I still don't have hair. So it's kind of like I looked at the things that would go back or would not go back and realized that, okay, well, if this is like a horrible choice, I can go back to living like how I always have and be perfectly fine. And that's why I started T. And then on T, around my 3 months, I was like, yeah, this is what I needed. So I don't think, I don't know, I don't think it's a bad thing to go on testosterone and not know that if this is what you want. I think there are some people who do that. I am one of those people, and it turned out to be really good for me. I think that you just need to kind of go for it But be sure you do your research, because there are some things that you cannot come back from. And if you're okay with that, then, go for it and see if it's right for you. It is going to take away from your androgynous look. I do not look androgynous, and I won't look androgynous unless I change my clothing, which I'm not going to do. So if you still dress pretty masculinely or present masculinely, and because you're being read as female, that makes you look andro, and you go on T, that's gonna stop. So be sure you take that into consideration. Question 3. And I'm prefacing this question. I did a video in Transtastic that goes on gun control, so this is where the person got the question from. I heard that you carried a weapon, or you had a weapon, question mark. If you do own a weapon and carry, what type of weapon do you carry, and do you open carry or conceal? So I do own a weapon. I own a Glock 19, and I conceal carry with a holster and my hip. Yeah, so Glock 19 conceal carry. If you are looking to conceal carry, I would suggest a Glock 19 because it's easily concealable. If you just want to carry for the hell of it and open carry, Glock 22 is my favorite, but I like it because it's compact and easily concealable. Alright, next question is on Instagram. I see that you identify as non-binary, yet you present very masculinely, parentheses, in my opinion. Have you always presented this way? Do you plan on switching up your look to look more andro? Or are you just going to eventually transition to male? So I don't know what you're really asking me. From what I understand, you're saying that because I identify as non-binary, you think it's interesting that I present masculinely. And you're wondering if I'm going to change up my look to look more andro, or if I'm going to just switch my pronouns over to male. I think that's what you're asking me. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, so basically, I don't understand why people have this idea that non-binary people have to look androgynous. Me being non-binary has nothing to do with the way I express myself. It just is how I identify. I do not fit male or female along the gender spectrum, but I like the clothes that I like. Clothes don't look... We all know their clothes don't have genders, but I'm talking strictly from society. And as you see in a lot of my videos, I literally talk based on society, because though it would be nice to think that everybody in the world would understand that clothes don't have gender, they don't. So I present masculinely to society, and that's because I'm comfortable in the clothes that I wear. But it has nothing to do with how I identify as. So no, I'm not going to change up my style to look more androgynous, or have feminine days versus masculine days or whatever. I'm not going to do that, because that's not what makes me happy. Wearing the clothes that I wear and presenting the way that I present makes me happy, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. But just because I present masculine to society doesn't make me any less non-binary. So that's my answer to that, if that's what you were asking me. And no, I don't... 24-year-old Spencer on June 4th, 2016 does not think that they will ever transition to trans male or something. I think that's what you're trying to say. I don't think I'll ever go to he, him pronouns or identify as trans male or male. I'm very comfortable in non-binary and they, them pronouns. Another question I got that's similar to this that I think is really interesting. Gracie! Hi! Another question I got is, hey, I identify as trans male, and my testosterone dose is 0.5 milliliters every week. I was wondering if you were on a lower dose because you identify as non-binary, and what that means for you. So, I don't know who came with the idea that if you're on a low dose of testosterone, you're going to look androgynous versus male. Because that's false. If your testosterone level is within the normal male range, you're going to experience all the changes. You're not going to experience one over the other. It's not how it works. in the male range, you're going to experience all the changes. So my testosterone dose is 0.4 milliliters every week. And my testosterone level currently is a little high, and I'm discussing about lowering it, but it's 1070, what is it, nanograms per deciliter of blood, I think is what it is. So that's where I'm at. The normal range is 300 to 1100. So if you are at 400, if you are at 1100, if you are anywhere within the normal range, you're going to experience all of the changes. Like that's what's going to happen. I don't know, like there's no, you can't be at like 150 and be like, oh, this is going to make me continue to look androgynous. And no, it's not. It's gonna, because I guess what I'm trying to say is basically the whole point of getting to that normal range is to overpower the organs that are already in your body and the natural production of estrogen, which is already in your body. So if you're below that normal range, you're not going to overpower that. So that it just basically means that you're not doing anything. Yeah, you may experience minimal to no changes, and that's probably what's going to happen. So no, I'm not on like a lower dose or less dose to look andro, because that wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So I'm at 0.4, and yeah, it's fine. The next question I got is on Instagram as well, and I was asked, hey, what are your plans for the summer? So I actually am pretty excited for the summer. Next week, I'll be going to the Philly Trans Health Conference with Flaunch Streetwear and Transtastic. I will be at both booths, so if you're going to be there, be sure to say hi. I'm also going to Shul at the Philly Trans Health Conference, so if you're Drew, it's going to be there. Come to Shul. You can eat, Shabbat dinner and enjoy service. And then in a month, June 22nd, I'll be going to Camp Aeronautic as a camp counselor. If you don't know, Camp Aeronautic is a transgender camp, overnight camp. I'll be there for a week. So if you're going to Camp Aeronautic or you're going to be a camp counselor, hit me up, let me know, because I don't know what to expect and I'm nervous, so I'll be doing that. And then a week after that, I'll be going to Camp Outright as camp counselor. Camp Outright is LGBT camp. I'll be doing that as well. So if you're going to Camp Outright and I don't know, let me know so I can talk to you, because I don't know what to expect. So this summer I'm going to be pretty busy. I'm not going to Israel this summer, which sucks, but it makes ways to do things that I haven't done before, and I'm super excited about it. So that's what I plan for this summer. And then August, I plan on moving to Austin, Texas. So I will no longer be in Atlanta. If all goes according to plan, which it looks like it will. So I'll no longer be in Atlanta. I'll move in the 1st of September, I think I'll be over there for good. So those are my plans for the summer. Alright guys, so thank you for watching my Q&A. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, problems, issues, qualms, please feel free to hit me up. All my information is down below in the description. And I will see you next week. It is someday. It is Spencer. Until then.